Okay, so this is patent pending. This is patent pending how to get your kid to sleep in their bed. And it can be done within the context of space, but doesn't have to be within like a space treatment or any actual therapy. And I would encourage parents to just try to do it, even if, maybe there isn't an actual anxiety disorder or any disorder, but they're having trouble getting the kid out of their bed and into their own bed. And it's very simple. We call it the game. So you play a game, and this is a very simple game. And the point of this game is to put on a show. And the show is, we're going to make believe that you, child, that you are going to go to sleep in your own bed, but you're not. Okay, so it's very clear and very explicit that you're not. There's no expectation that you'll actually sleep in your own bed. In fact, there's no plan to even try. But we're going to put on a show that convinces this imaginary audience that you are. So how do you do that? Well, you probably start by making sure the child has a bed to sleep in, because for children who have been sleeping in their parents' bed for a long time, very often they don't have a bed. Or maybe they have a bed, but it has been repurposed into a desk or a closet or a warehouse for something, or just a surface to put stuff down on. So we get a bed ready so that they could at least sleep there, or else the audience is not going to buy that you're actually going to sleep there if there's a bicycle on the bed. And then you get ready for bed, you brush your teeth and get into your pajamas, and then you get into bed and mom says goodnight, gives you a kiss, and leaves. So far it looks like you're going to sleep in your bed, but here's where the trick comes in. You're not going to sleep in your own bed, and mom is only going to leave for some predetermined amount of time, which can be very short and can be agreed upon together with the child. So that might be 3 minutes. You're going to stay in your bed for 3 minutes. At the end of those 3 minutes, and here parents have to be conscientious and scrupulous about this to not mess up, and so they should start a stopwatch as soon as they leave. And at the end of 3 minutes, mom comes back or dad comes back into the room, and the game is over, and now child goes back to sleep in the parent's bed, just like every other night. And if they've done that, perfect. That's all that is expected. And the next night, we do the exact same thing again. The next night, we do it again. And after we've done that for, let's say, a week or some number of days, all we do is gradually and slowly inch up on the amount of minutes that the parent is leaving for. So we started with 3 minutes, now we'll go to 5 minutes. We do 5 minutes for a week, now we can go to 7 minutes, and then we go to 10 minutes. When we get to about 10 to 15 minutes, in the majority of cases, the child falls asleep during those minutes. And when that happens, the only difference is that we're not going to wake them, right? So the parent is not going to come in and wake them up. We're just going to leave them there to sleep. If the child wakes up later in the night and wants to move to the parent's bed, perfect, that's fine. And this is also important. When the child has slept in their bed for a night, the game continues exactly the same. So it's not like, oh, great, now you slept in your bed, so now you're expected to sleep in your bed. No. You happened to fall asleep last night, that's fine. We're just continuing the game with the same 10 or 15 or whatever number of minutes it was, and we're going to do it again tonight. And we keep doing that until the child regularly falls asleep during that time. For most families, what will occur is that they'll kind of start to forget about the game gradually. As if your child has been falling asleep during those 15 minutes for the past 3 weeks or month, you can start to forget about the game. And if they want to continue it, then fine, then continue it. That's it. This has a very high success rate. And the reason it has such a high success rate is very simple. It's different from the way many cognitive behavioral therapists approach the challenge of moving a child from the parent's bed to their own bed. So the typical way that is often done is to put a mattress near the parent's bed and put the child on that, and then gradually inch that away from the parent's bed. So, moving it maybe a foot and then another foot and another foot, etc. Here we're doing it the other way. The reason I think that it works as well as it does is that we're creating a situation that is new for the child. We're creating a situation where the child is in their bed and they're calm. And they're calm because they know they don't have to stay there. If you say to a child, you have to lie in your bed and stay there until the morning, they're not calm, they're anxious. And that anxiety can keep them up for an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours easily, and crying and yelling, etc. Here they're not anxious because they know they only have to do this for 3 minutes and then 5 minutes, etc. When you create a situation where a child is in their bed and they're calm, if they're a little bit tired, what tends to happen is that they fall asleep. And that's it.